I had some rat poison. So I'm sorry, sir, we only sell things here that won't block your nose. I said, well, no, I've got a rat up my nose. I said, I want a ring donut. He said, there's a phone in the corner. The average life expectancy of a daddy long lives is 2 weeks. So you can tease them. You go up to them and you say, do you want to come to the party with me in 3 weeks' time? Well, I've got a friend who's a roadie, and I've got another friend who's a cul-de-sac-y. And his brother is a crescent. He runs around the fields squawking. Crescent. So, Tutankhamun. Make an incision at the breastplate and go up as far as the abdomen. Yeah, it's the operator. When I get into bed at night and turn off the light, I always worry that someone's going to pounce out in the darkness like they do in films. So what I do now is I leave my bedroom door just slightly open, so I can hear the creepy music when they come upstairs. Because he said, why don't you go to a small island? I said, Hawaii? He said, Hawaii notty. And I thought, well... I said, I was in a cross-country run today. He said, what position did he finish in? I said... So I went down to my local hat shop. I said, I want to buy a hat for the winter. He said, Bobble. I said, I want to buy a hat for the winter. I said, I also want to buy a jumper. He said, roll neck. I said, I also want to buy a jumper. You can't get a job as an airline pilot if your name is Jack. Because you walk into the cockpit, the co-pilot says, hi Jack, and everyone starts screaming. You also can't get a job as an airline pilot if your name is Ivor Hand Grenade. And if you know someone who's got a massive Adam's apple, and they're really annoying you, what you do is you go up to them and you say, oi, you go swallow that egg or what? So I said to this bloke, I said, I need somewhere to stay. He said, you're welcome to crash at my place. So I drove my car to the front of his house. And you know, the reason why the Nazis used to walk like that is because German tarmac is incredibly sticky. He started ripping off bits of his mouth and chucking it at me. Ripping it. I said, that's enough at your lip. I said, how come there's a bottle of mouthwash on the side of that church? He said, that's a gargle.
Now this is a bullcock. I'm glad I got that out of my system. But I always get very emotional when I go to weddings. Last wedding I went to, I cried my eyes out. It was when the vicar said, I'm afraid she hasn't turned up, Tim. And I thought Schindler's List, and the bloke behind me started wailing. I got hit on the back of the head with a harpoon. He said, I'm going to chop off the bottom of one of your trouser legs and put it in a library. I thought, that's a turn up for the books. Do you know, somebody actually complimented me on my driving today. They left a little note on the windscreen. It said, parking fine. That was nice. Now, most dentist chairs go up and down like that, don't they? The one I was in was going backwards and forwards. I thought, this is unusual. And the dentist said, Mr. Vine, get out the filing cabinet. So I went to the chemist's. I walked up to the counter and I said, and she gave me some lotion. Oh, that's amazing. How do you understand what I just said? She said, bamboo, 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 panda's gold. Bamboo, 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 panda's gold. You can use it as a walking stick. You can use it as an ordinary stick. You can use it to point at things. Look over there, it's more bamboo. Bamboo, 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 panda's gold. Bamboo, 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 panda's gold. You can put it behind your ear and pretend it's a pencil, or I was beginning to run out of ideas at that point. Do you like my donkey jacket? So I looked around and I saw Tarzan painting a picture of his pants on the wall. I said, Tarzan, why are you painting a picture of your pants on the wall? He said, you've got to draw the line somewhere. I find that when I'm washing up, if I put too much bubbles on it, too much washing up liquid, I get too few bubbles. If I put too much washing up liquid in, I get too many bubbles. It's Sud's law, isn't it? Because when I was at school, people kept throwing gold bars at me. I was a victim of bullying. Because I had a job as a church window cleaner, and it was, I got the sack because I actually got rid of all the stains on the windows. But of course, if you have a baby, it's very hard work, isn't it, having a baby? But if you have 2 babies, it becomes easier again because they play together. And if you have 3 babies, it becomes harder again because you've got 1 left like that and then the 2 play together. But if you have 4, it becomes easier again because the 2 play together. If you have 5, then you've got 1 on their own and 2 little pairs, that becomes easier again. No, it's harder on. Anyway, it goes on and on and on until eventually you get 119 babies. And that's really, really hard just because of the pure numbers.
As you can see, I walk with a distinctive gait. And my dad's liver is inside his left knee, his kidneys are on his elbows, and his spleen's on the side of his head. Still, his heart's in the right place. So I was in this airport, and I said to this woman, I said, she said, no sir, this is the check-in desk. So I went down the local mirror shop, I said, I want to buy a mirror, you blonde, lanky idiot. He said, I'm over here, sir. Bit of advice, ladies and gentlemen. Never eat candy floss on a roller coaster. My mother speaks like this. My father speaks like this. So I speak like this. Which can be rather embarrassing. Do you know, someone left a huge lump of plasticine in my dressing room. I don't know what to make of it. Some people are allergic to dairy products, milk and butter and cheese. For some it's red wine and cat's hair, or eucalyptus trees. Well, none of the above are a problem for me. What am I allergic to? Just about to see. I'm allergic to choruses. I'm allergic to choruses. I'm allergic to choruses. And I went to Pizza Express. There was a sign outside. It said, look out for our new menu. I walked in, it hit me on the back of the head. Then I ordered dessert and he gave me tiramisu and a blindfolded horse. I said, no, mascarpone. So I was... Flag hippo, keep it going. Flag hippo, flag hippo, flag hippo, flag hippo. Which one's Canada? Flag hippo. Which one's America? Flag hippo. Which one's Bulgaria? Flag hippo. Just hold it there a sec, please. Hold it a minute. What? What? What are you doing? You don't know where any of these are at all, do you? No, sorry, but you're just pointing at random. I thought, please. I thought you said you're going to learn it. Music, please. Flag hippo, flag hippo, flag hippo, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. He said, my dog's got no dictionary. I said, how does he spell terrible? But you know, I was once bitten by my Nintendo, and I had to have a Tetris jab. These swimming goggles are posh, aren't they? Mind you, not quite as posh as this swimming monocle. I went down to the local zoo. I said, how come that grizzly smells of cheese? He says, a camembert. Change channels as much as you can. Change them. Change channels as much as you can. Change them. Make up your own story using all the different bits of the programs you've seen. That wasn't remotely funny. A small blue garden bird made of mahogany. Be great if I had a related joke. Wouldn't it? Do you know, sometimes I think with my act, I should keep the beginning of the joke the same and just change the punchline. That's what I think. So I was working in a library, this bloke walked in, he said, "Have you got a bookmark?" I said, "We've got hundreds of them, my name's Tim." So I was working in a library, this bloke walked in, he said, "Have you got a bookmark?" I said, "Yes, War and Peace, 3 out of 10. So I was working in a library, this bloke walked in, he said, "Have you got a bookmark?" I said, "See that scar? Someone hit me with a Bible." So I was working in a library, this bloke walked in, he said, "Have you got a bookmark?" I said, "As a qualified referee, I feel Mark deserves his yellow card, so yes, I've got a bookmark." Malatives, 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 malatives. Well, that's the formalities over with. So I was on this train, I was like that, diddle-a-duh, 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 and eventually the bloke next to me said, "Can you stop doing that?" Hit the music, please! Let's hear it for my internal organs. This is really, really creepy. Watch this, watch. I'd like to start with my impression of a booming economy. Economy! Have you ever seen someone you know, but you didn't want to talk to them? So you pretended that you hadn't seen them? Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't work if you're in their house.
I'd like to start tonight with the chimney jokes. I've got a stack of them and the first one's on the house. This chimney came up to me and said, "I can't find my fireplace." I said, "Don't use half." I said, "Do you want me to clean it?" He said, "No." I said, "Suit yourself." I said, "At least you've got a roof under your head." Roof jokes always get slated, don't they? Why is that? Laughter seeds, laughter seeds. Now, which you prefer, Cafe Nero or Starbucks? Whichever's cost a coffee. I've got that wrong. Hang on, which you prefer? The punchline's whichever's Nero. You make that funny. You try remembering this rubbish. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to do something very, very important. Hit the music, please! In this business, you've got to remember to tickle the boxes. So I went down a local Egyptian shop. I said, "Can I buy a glyphic?" He said, "No, you can only hire a glyphic." Now let me talk you through these ropes, ladies and gentlemen. These ones here, these have knots, and these don't have knots, so these are the have-nots. Well, these have knots. These are the knots. Well, these are the knots. The knots, because these have knots. These are the have-not. These have not. The knots, these are knots. These are not. These are the knots. Because the knots, if you took them, these have not, the knots, these are the knots. Well, these don't, they do, but these do. Well, these do, these don't. These do not, these do, these are not. These, because the have not, if you took the have, is it easier that way around? So I said to this bloke, I said, "I just bought my girlfriend a guitar." He said, "A Fender?" I said, "No, she liked it." Stop looking at your ticket, this is it. Anyway, I walked out, there was Batman smoking an e-cigarette. Yeah, it was the Vapes Crusader, come on. So Elvis Presley was climbing out of a swimming pool for the 10th time. And Priscilla said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I can't help falling in love." "Hey, I went to a shop dummy factory. Mannequin there." Well, let's have a listen to what's happening right this very moment at a local brook. A bit of live streaming for you. It's a USB stick.